Welcome to another episode of Just Dance.
Just Dance.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Dan.
Hey, we started strong with some strong statements at the start of the year. Only Dan's.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm happy to bend it soon.
So, Dan's and?
Dan's end.
Yeah.
I'm not detracting from how good our name is.
And you know what's crazy about Dan's and? Dan and? It's all the same letters. You could just kind of flip things around. Yeah. Wow.
You don't have to think too much. I think some of the simplest things are the most profound things. So that right there, a lot of people are going to go, whoa. And that will take them through a whole day to just process that and that alone.
Yeah, and even I think too, because we have talked about getting some people on the pod. The pod.
Yeah, the pod.
And so I think
or
that
dot,
would be,
like rearranging letters. Pod,
yeah.
pod, dop.
Either or.
Yeah.
But I think Dan and just covers everything.
It does.
It just leaves that as a surprise. You don't know who's coming on.
And I'm excited for what's going to come. Now, we haven't been given an invite to Japan yet.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised by that.
Or Kathmandu.
Surprised by that one too.
Oh, was it Kathmandu or Patagonia?
Patagonia was one.
Japan
was the other. And what was the...
Kathmandu.
Yep, Kathmandu?
Kathmandu.
For our listeners, not for me. For our listeners, can you tell them where that's at?
Yeah. I want to... Do you know where it is?
No.
Okay, yeah. I want to say Nepal, but Nepal is Everest. So I'm a bit off with that.
We'll say in the general region area of Nepal and surrounding areas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This episode is it's a good episode, Dan. This is the process of how a Just Dance is created. Two Dans gather and we talk socially and then we click record. And then from there, what you see is semi-raw, I wouldn't say scripted, but like somewhat planned.
Yeah, it's not that scripted. We gotta talk about whether or not.
All right. The question is though, Dan, every episode we start just a little glimpse of weather, and because we're dads love weather. There's nothing about it. There's nothing scientific about it. We just stand there and go, yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think it hits everybody, but around the same age.
Absolutely. So we've just been through one of the most humid times. We've talked about humidity. This one here, though, coming into fall, there's something that happens in September, which is a beautiful thing, I must say, Dan. I don't know if you share the same sentiment as me, but that is in September. I think Adelaide September and southeast of America September is the same. You haven't been to Adelaide, okay. I know, but there's a lifting of the blanket of humidity.
Yes. That
you go outside, you're like, I'm dry.
I'm not sweating.
Dry. I'm not sweating. Do you find the same thing?
Yeah, I don't know where I would compare it to because obviously I haven't been to Adelaide yet. But fall is my favorite season. There's so many things that fall has and represents, but it is the kind of that change in the season.
Yeah.
Of it is not so hot out when I step outside. I'm not going to be wet within 5 seconds. I love the sweatshirt, weather of fall to where in the mornings you have to put a sweatshirt on. At night you have to have a sweatshirt.
We're close. We're nearly there.
Yeah, I would say in the next few weeks.
But given that you get up at midday.
That's true. 11 o'clock, it's already like 75 degrees, so I've already missed my sweater moment.
Dan, today we're talking about change, and it's not an elephant in the room, but I have to acknowledge guess what's changed?
You've been working out.
Stop it. The shirt's no, I wouldn't say that. It's loose. I went the buzz.
Yeah, you went to the barber.
Went to the barber and paid way too much. And
I could have done that.
This is my marriage counselling, and I get to vent here publicly rather than at home with my wife, which is not scriptural, by the way, guys. Don't take this as any form of advice or modelling. But Nat forced me. strong word force, but didn't have the confidence in me buzzing my own hair. Buzz is the easiest haircut to do, and yet Nat was like, "You have to go to a hairdresser for this one."
Yeah, okay. I have to have a conversation. I didn't know that because you cut the boys' hair as well. You
Yeah,
cut your own hair, and
yeah.
fading is way more difficult than buzzing your own head.
And for the whole 30 to 45 minutes that I sat on the chair,
It took him that long to shave your head?
oh, because mid convo, like he's doing a bit, stepping back a bit. And I'm like, okay, bro. Great guy, by the way. And like I'm watching his technique, but it's really just a clipper and like,
Yeah.
but they way overcomplicate it. Do you know, like the amount of time? Oh yeah, I think there's just a bit more.
Yeah, charging you $40 for a buzz cut, you better take some time to make it seem like you know what
Man.
you're doing.
And so the only positive, there was a few positives. Great guy, good chats.
Well, you
All the
look
things.
great, so that's a positive as well.
Exactly. And I got the warm thing because I didn't know,
Towel.
I'm not used to this. And so I just like sat down and I was like, yeah, like I just buzz. I showed him a picture that Nat sent me. I don't go off
Can I
script.
ask, was it a famous actor?
No, a footballer from
Okay,
Australia.
okay.
Yeah. And so, yep, can you do this? He was like, yeah, sure. But like, why are you
He's
showing me a
like,
photo?
your 6-year-old can do this.
and then he's like, you want to like shape the beard? And I was like, well, that's the brief Nat gave me. So like, yes. And then what super invasive, like he's now putting foam there, but then he took the shaving cream away and then he put more on.
He's like, it doesn't smell like it should. Hold on.
I'm telling you, then there's like a hot blanket that he put over my eyes. And now I get why female haircuts take 4 hours. 4 hours and that's gone. This was 45 minutes. It felt way too long. Like I was claustrophobic. There was awkward moments of like, oh, so I didn't know this. So I can see why some guys love it because it's just like it's a 1 hour.
Just imagine you just being stiff, laying there with your eyes just moving. Like, what is going on?
Telling you, like it felt nice for a moment.
Yeah, no, I love the towel part of it. I actually love the hot towel that they put her on. And then there's this lady that I go to sometimes, and she kind of starts massaging you a little bit.
Stop.
But
if this guy did it, I'd be a bit creeped out. But
you would still allow it because of just the time and place that you're in. But then I start to go on, how clean is that towel? Like these people, are they just throwing it in the washer? Did they put the right amount of soap, or is it just getting?
No, I tracked
wet?
it. I tracked it. I was like, I'm watching where you got it from, and there's a big pile of clean ones. We're good.
But then was there loose hair on it? Like there's.
Yeah, wow. Do you know how when you get a haircut and then a day later, like you've already had a shower, and then you just do one of these? Like this morning, I was a bit like, oh. Okay.
Or when they shave your head and there's 1 or 2 longer hairs, like how did you miss that?
Who's the character?
You went over my head 30 times. You missed that one.
I paid you what? So change. This is the season for it. Weather's changing. Hair is changing. You just got to go with it. There is one thing I have to unpack for you, Dan, and this is, which I don't know about North Dakota, but I do know
South. I don't know about North Dakota either. Nobody does.
South Dakota, pumpkin spice. And it's one thing which, when it hits the stores, Hobby Lobby, you walk in and it's an explosion of cinnamon. And all of a sudden you're like, wow. I love it, by the way. I am confident enough in myself. We had a huge, fall family affair of we all went and got some Starbucks drinks. We went to Hobby Lobby. We bought a couple of pumpkins and decorations.
You made a day out of it.
We made a day out of it, absolutely. But the thing about pumpkin spice is, what is it? Because it's not pumpkin, because it's a latte, but it's like...
Yeah, so I will drink it, but that's not gonna be my go-to order.
No, right, no.
And I like it. Like, if it's in the season, it's cold, like, I won't have it probably more than once or twice throughout the whole fall time.
But
I will have it because it just it's that, I don't know, just the feeling of having pumpkin in fall. That's it. But going back to pumpkin, I feel like it's all syrup from not pumpkin. It's it almost tastes like eggnog. It almost has like an eggnog taste to it.
Interesting. Because okay, so I've got a theory, and I don't know if I've shared this before on the pod, but my theory is this. I think Farmer Joe, okay, got together with a few other pumpkin farmers And they were like, hey, boys, I've got an idea. Let's market pumpkins. Like, it's not a glamorous vegetable. It's nothing fancy. And they will probably be like, hey, sales are down. Like, no one wants a pumpkin. And, like, they're probably grieved at the fact that they're just now grown to cut up. And I think Farmer Joe with his mates got around a table one day and were like, guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to push pumpkins heavy and let's just explode pumpkins and make it a thing. And Americans like, oh,
and it worked.
Full pumpkins. Yeah, let's go. You know, it's like out of nowhere. Like nowhere else in the world do you celebrate pumpkins.
As decorations as well, all over your front porch.
That go moldy. And
within a month.
So then this is, and now, like, even at a coffee shop recently, there was a flyer, some guy's created a business where he'll deliver the pumpkins and then he'll come and clean it up and you got to pay a fee. So he'll like come and give a carving class and then he'll come back in a few weeks' time to pick up your pumpkins. Guys.
He sat around, he's like, let me show you how stupid people are.
And on the back of the flyer, I read the whole flyer.
Were you interested at all?
No, but I did want to Google how much it cost.
And
I didn't get there though. I wanted to, but on the back of it had all the testimonies of like, it was the best fall experience ever, and oh, thank goodness for this service. And did he just make that up?
100%. His close family and friends.
Because
all of those reviews.
Like, I don't know about a Cheryl. And Cheryl added her and that quote. I was a bit like,
Even if I was a thousandaire, I would not spend that much money to have carving pumpkins and then some guy come and clean them up.
I agree. So this is the season. A lot of change. Hair, pumpkins, it's all in the air as well. Humidity's changing. Dan, it's come across your favorite season of the year because that is where, I don't know, am I going to say this correctly? It's time to bring out the pigskin.
Yes, the pigskin.
Is that originally what a football's made out of?
That's a great question, but I like the name of it, pigskin.
Yeah.
It's just so random.
Like, it's pretty hillbilly.
Very hillbilly.
So South Dakotian.
Yeah, I feel like in certain regions they probably still call it the pigskin.
Pigskin.
Yeah.
So time to bring out the pig and throw the pig.
Throw that pigskin.
Hey, props to you, by the way, Mount Bethel.
Hey,
represent.
Yeah. If you want to come play for us, we're looking for some players.
So Mount Bethel, you are the offensive
coordinator.
Okay. Yep. Coach or not?
Yeah, it's a coach. Yeah, it's this offensive coach.
Do kids come up and be like, "Hey, coach"?
Yeah.
Oh, you've made it in life.
Yeah. I mean, can you say it a little louder? I want all the people in the stands to know that I'm a coach for you.
Now this is your first season with Mount Bethel.
Yes.
How many games in?
We've played 4 games.
Okay.
There's no reason to share the record, but let me just say the kids have gotten better.
That's always a good positive.
And their effort is there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, attitude and effort, that's all we look for.
So my boy, grade 8, and obviously final year of middle school, and he was confident he was going to make the team, but to hedge his bets, he shifted positions.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, he went up to coach and was like, Coach, I want to be like defensive lineman or, linebacker or something, because they didn't have enough big boys. So Hugo's like, I think I'm going to get more game time. It has paid dividends.
Genius, by the way.
So he's had a couple games of like playing 5th quarter, going to get some court time, game time, field time, whatever. And then this week coming in and he's in the starting lineup, the defensive team.
That's awesome.
It's like,
and it's only his 2nd year of football.
Genius. He's still a bit like, and now when I watch football with him, I'm like, I can't offer you anything. And it's been this like dad moment of going, oh, you've overtaken me.
Yeah, you know more than I do.
I'm going to you for things, like, because even with Pokemon, like he was still coming to me for a few Pokemon facts because I've got OG Pokemon facts. But now it's like, oh, okay, hey, Hugo, what happened in that play just there? Well, Dad, this happened and this happened, this happened.
Well, and it's such a complex sport, too, to where it's like, to sit down and try explaining the entire game to someone is so hard to do.
It's a game of 1,000 different rules. And I still, when I watch a game, Dan, I'm so confused because I just watched the ball. And I've now gotten better. Like, I remember in 2021, I watched a Super Bowl game. That was the first ever full-length game I watched. I didn't know where the ball went.
Yeah. Or
And,
offense or defense. Who's on offense? Who's
and
defense?
people just screamed, and they were tracking the ball or tracking something. And I was like, hey, what happened? What happened? Whereas now I'm following the ball, but I still don't know like how people line up, and if he shifts, then he shifts.
Yeah. It is a lot. That being said, it is the best sport in the world. So for the fall season, that's why.
Okay, we might differ on that one.
You'll come to find out this one. Yeah, give us a few more years, and once you understand it, which it still might take a few years, you'll start to love the game. I just, for me to know now that you could, and I don't watch it every day, but to know that I could watch it on a Monday night, I can watch it on a Thursday night, I can watch Friday night, I can watch Saturday, I can watch Sunday. And then I think that's why I love it so much, because then it's just taken away for months and there's nothing happening. And so when that football season comes around, I know it's fall time. There's a certain smell that's outside. You go outside and you just take a deep breath. You know it's football season. It's just...
Pigskin.
Yeah, good old pigskin.
So, Dan, this is... And I credit where credit is due. This is what I do love about the coordination of American football. There is respect. So the NFL do not do a Friday night game because high school is on Friday.
Yeah.
NFL don't touch Saturday, but college doesn't touch Sunday. Like, again, Farmer Joe, NFL Joes just sat around, Coach Joe. And they sat around, they were like, hey, all right, so what have you got? Yeah, shotgun Friday. All right, mate, yeah. Schools, you can have Friday. Yeah, cool. All right, Saturday, what are we going to do? And then in come the college guys. Yeah,
we got Saturday.
In your opinion, like, what do you like best? You've done high school, you've played your high schools, Friday Night Lights, you've watched your fair share of college Saturdays, you've done your Sunday snacks watching NFL. What do you like the most?
I think college football is superior to all of them, but there's something about high school football and the team aspect of it.
Sure.
To where it's like, these are the guys you've grown up with, these are the guys you've played with for years, and I think just having that bond with that team, you don't see that in college, you don't see that in the NFL, because college, now everybody's transferring, you'll be there for a year, they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then you might play there only for 2 years, then you're going to the NFL.
So college is about the fans.
Yes, so college fans are by far the best. The best way for me to describe a college fan is like Latin American soccer, European soccer. Not quite to that level, but they, especially here in the South, they're crazy for their team.
For sure.
And especially if you went to that school, then it's just a whole different degree. Because you have people that don't even go to the school. Like, I didn't go to USC.
Yeah.
Not because smarts-wise I could have gotten in, but it's just the athletic ability wasn't there. But I'm a huge USC fan.
Right.
I can't imagine if I went to... I'd probably be tatted out in USC tattoos if I went to that school. Pro football, you have crazy fans. Like, they always say, Philadelphia, the craziest fan base. Well, there's, like, certain fans that are crazy, but I just feel
I reckon the Bills are the craziest.
Bills is another one. The Bills Mafia. Like,
I think they're also half frozen.
Yeah, they just don't know what's going on.
They're actually cavemen.
I will say the
still
Bills
thawing out.
have, like, they're one of the best fan bases, because anytime something happens to, like, another player in the league or someone's family in the league, like, the Bills Mafia is what they call, they'll start, like, a GoFundMe to put money into helping, that player out. It's not their part of the team. So I like that. So I like NFL for specific players I'll watch.
Sure.
It's not like I have a team where I'm like, yes, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Got it.
So between Friday night, high school, Saturday, college, it is a toss-up. And I think now that I'm getting involved in youth football more, I'm starting to like the Friday night lights, just because I'm close to the team now. I'm seeing the varsity play, and so I'm a little bit more curious of what's happening with them. So yeah, it's.
I want to go to. I've never been to a Friday night game. I went once in 2007 in Chicago.
Wow.
Don't know what school.
Wow, that is so random. What?
A friend and I from Adelaide, we travelled to Chicago, and I just emailed the info email at Willow Creek Community Church, And I was like, hey, I'm Australian and I'm coming with a friend. And they were like, sure, we'll send you to see a family.
That is so
And we stayed
amazing.
with the family for 3 days and they took us to their high school game.
Hey, did you like it? I mean, you didn't understand what was
I
going
think
on,
the
but
whole time I was like, whoa.
touchdown!
Like, the marching band, there's like hundreds of musicians.
Yeah.
Hundreds of musicians coordinate in some form of a dance that I'm like, what the? Okay.
Well, I think high school football even here, like there's certain states where high school
Mm.
football is just massive. Like you got Georgia, Florida, Texas, California. Like
Huge.
it is massive. And you go to some of the stadiums, it is 20 million, $30 million stadiums that they've invested into these high schools. So you go to those games, like Josiah and I went to a game last year, a playoff game. It was the number one or number two team in the country. It was like going to a college game. There was no seating. You had to stand around the fences. It's
Wow.
completely packed. Everybody on the field is getting recruited by Alabama, Georgia, LSU.
Dang.
So that was such a cool experience to see that many high school kids
Yeah.
play at that elite level. That
I think it's also just watching these kids. I dropped off Hugo and watching a kid then on a Wednesday night game, middle school game, and I've seen him play now 4 weeks in a row, and then I saw him at drop off the other day, and Hugo was like, "Oh yeah, that's number 5," and I was like, "That's number 5," because number 5 is Murphy's favorite. It's our favorite. He's quick, whatever, and he just didn't look the same. So outside of a uniform, I was like, oh, he's a bit shorter than I thought, and there's not much to him,
Yeah.
but you put some pads, you put a helmet.
He's the guy.
He's the guy. That's what I love. I love that about American football. Dan, change, and so much is happening. I think in and around our world, in our families, in society, even in parenting, things, just for a moment, we have to acknowledge there is just always a change. And do you remember when, your kids are born and you're like, oh, wow, this is so sweet. And, you're changing diapers and it's like, oh, the first time they eat food or the first time they transition from milk to solids, change. With it is exciting, but with it is like grieving because it's like, oh, and when they graduate out of diapers and they start to use potty or, so all those like times of change, I think there's excitement on one hand, but I think there's a loss
Yeah.
on another. And I think, if Nat had her way, I think she'd still want another child because I think she's like, no. Like we still might. I was like, no, we're done. But isn't it so interesting? How did you go with all of the change?
I think I can adapt to change good,
Mm.
but that doesn't mean I'm always okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I always, especially when I traveled a lot, like I'd be on my phone just looking at old videos and pictures of the kids and just remembering those moments and how much I loved that certain time. Or like, oh, I remember that night we watched this TV show or we went to this park.
Mm.
And now, and then even when they're that young, you're like, oh, I just can't wait till they're older so then we can do this together, this together. But then you get to that older age for them. And then I miss all the younger things as well.
Yeah.
And so I think obviously change is inevitable, but knowing and taking that time that you're in right there, you're still gonna miss it. Like that's the thing. Like you might change something, whether it's a job, career, which is the same thing, family. Hopefully you're not changing families, but there's so much change happening. There's always going to be change, but I think if you can embrace that time that you had to the best, and of course we're parents, we're not going to always do that, but those are the things that I always look at, is like the videos and the pictures. I think I was just even doing it last night and it was like Amelie was 4 years old. I'm like, I missed that stage so much. I loved that stage so much. I'm like, I just wish I had one more night to cuddle with her when she was that age, whatever it is. But then also embracing the time is like, okay, change is necessary, change is going to come. I need to embrace the time I have now, because in 5 years I'm going to look back and say, oh, I missed this time as well.
I think quick little lecture with Dan moment. My kids are appreciating this recently. Just a good old fashioned, just quick lecture. I don't agree with it's cute, like dressing kids up and making them look like adults. I think though we rush to get our kids to be old. But why?
Mm.
And so I think you walk through Target and you're like, now there's different sections. There's like, the kids section, but now there's that in between section. But the in between, like the tween section, is pretty much just like the young adult section, but for 10-year-olds. And I'm like, I don't understand it. Because they're still 9, keep them 9, and when they're 18, sure, they can be 18, and when they're 25, let them be 25. But like, we rush to be old. I don't understand why we rush to be old.
So everybody should be wearing Spider-Man shirts, like at 11 and 12 years old. And I say that because this week we're getting rid of some stuff, trying to donate some things, and there was a Spider-Man, what do chefs wear, cooks, apron. That Lily had gotten Josiah years ago, and it's obviously way too small now. And so we're like, oh, we should give this to one of our friends, Levi. And then we had the little spatula, like, oh, we should give him that as well. It was a Spider-Man matching one. And then there was like another Spider-Man thing of Josiah's. I'm like, I miss him getting so excited to want to watch Spider-Man. He'd wear the outfit and pretend he was Spider-Man in Trader Joe's. Like, those moments right there, I'm like, I loved so much to think back and remember how much fun he had doing that. To where we want to rush and be like, I can't wait till he's a teenager. I can't wait. It's like, no, I miss those ages. Yeah.
And a lot of parents do. And a lot of parents grieve that then because they didn't acknowledge it then. And so pause and just enjoy it. Don't hold them back. And some parents then, no, you can never grow up. So then on the flip side, there's some parents that are like, no, you will always be 5. And they're like, I've got chest hair. You're 5. And you're like, nah. So you've got to celebrate all the stages. But I think sometimes too, that's why I love memories. Like the other night, I was clearing up some data on my phone and I was like, same thing, going through some of those videos of like, wow, so much has changed, even from year to year. Like these few years are just so much growth and change. But I think then we hit a point of adulthood and it's like, we become pretty stale pretty quickly. Like you talk to somebody.
It's so true.
I've caught up with some people lately and what's up? Like, what have you been up to? Oh, just the same. And I'm like, yeah. And you can predict like people's future. You're like, okay, you can categorize that. And they don't say it excited. Like no one's like, I've done the same. I'm in the same position. Man, I'm never moving job. I'm not. Now I get it's different to contentment.
Yeah.
I think you can be content and change careers and, advance and things like that. But there's some people who don't fear change. Or they just don't change and they know then all of a sudden, overnight, they then do everything. And it's like, oh, there's no need for purple hair, 15 piercings, and now to drop out of everything. Well, you could have just tweaked a few. It's just a couple small changes. You can picture them, people.
1,000. I know a few.
Nothing against purple hair.
It could have been red hair. It could have been blue hair. It could have been...
for all colours.
Gray.
So Dan, change. And the world is changing. I don't know about the climate, but that's for another time.
Seasons change, but...
Seasons change. That's right. But the polar ice caps, we'll keep that for another debate. Another time. This is Just Dan's. I'm Dan. We're Dan's. We're Dads.
Thank you for listening and watching once again.